Listen, once again, I'm trying something new on this channel with Teach Me Odetta. Just me and my computer where it's applicable, showing you how to do something that has the potential to either earn income, to make you better, to make you grow, something that can add value into your life. And I'm very excited about what we're going to talk about today, because we're going to talk about how to write and publish an entire book. So let's start with step one. And the first thing we're going to do, or the first step in the process, is to find a profitable, trending book title. This is going to make your book 10 times easier to sell or promote. And we're going to use ChatGPT to generate high demand title ideas for a book, but you're not going to have to worry about how to do this. I've actually placed a link, I should say a prompt, not a link, a prompt in the description of this video below that you can easily copy and paste it. So what you're seeing on my screen here is the copy and pasted prompt. So here are the ideas coming up. Broke by design, how modern life traps us in debt and how to escape it. What profound. The 10K blueprint, how normal people are making bank online without quitting their day job. By the way, remember, I asked it to give me titles that are trending online based on what people are looking for when they're searching for whether it's articles or books to gain knowledge. I like the 10K blueprint, how normal people are making bank online. I like that one, so I'm going to choose that one. But you can also tell it what niche you're in, meaning the prompt, and it will give you that, or you can just ask in general. So what's the next step in our process? We're going to create our book outline on ChatGPT. And again, I'm going to put another prompt in the description of this video. And I'm going to call them prompt 1, prompt 2, so it's easy for you to follow. It says, create a detailed 10-chapter outline for a non-fiction book title. Now, this is where we're going to go and copy the title that we chose here, just the title, and we're going to go down and we're going to paste it into our prompt like I'm doing right here. There we go. I'm going to take out the objective because I think the title already has the objective. So I'm going to take out that part. But if you have a particular mission or objective that you want your readers to achieve, you could have pasted it there. And then it says each chapter should have a clear focus and include actionable steps. Let's hit go. Look at this outline. I'm not going to go through it, but it looks pretty good. It has an introduction. It has chapters. We had asked for 10 chapters. All right, so now we have our 10 chapters. So what is our next step here on my tablet? Write the entire book in one go. Yes. And we're going to use this deep research functionality right here on ChatGPT. We're going to need another prompt. And here we're going to put in, I want a full book, insert the title. So you can paste the title, or because we already have the outline, I'm actually going to copy the entire outline here. There's an easy way to copy on ChatGPT. Just click this little copy thing here. And right here where it says insert title, I'm going to paste the whole thing like that. There we go. And then the rest of the prompt says aimed at which audience. We're not going to target an audience because the prompt kind of explains that. And then it says, let's take out that piece. It says, use your deep research feature. And so this is how I want my story to be. Do I want it to be friendly, inspirational, and professional? Can I get all three? Let's ask for all three. Now we're gonna select deep research right here. And then we're gonna hit go. Now, as I'm showing you here on screen, DeepSeek actually prompted us and asked 2 clarifying questions. The first one is to confirm if we want the full length book all together, or if we want it chapter by chapter. Of course, we want the full length book. And then it's asking what kind of tone do we want? Motivational. It asked about a few persons who I'm not familiar with their style, but I just chose motivational and inspiring. As you can see, I'm commenting here my responses. After you do that, then you're gonna hit go and you'll need to wait for a little bit. So take a break, walk away, and come back to your screen, and then we can continue the steps. Now, this is what our book looks like. It has a beautiful title as we had selected. It has an introduction. It also has real people, real income, and real strategies, because deep research for ChatGPT would have gone online, done the research, and validated what it's found before including it in your book. But you can also click here, like throughout your book, you can click here to see where it's getting the research from and what the information is. And that will work if you're doing an ebook, where hyperlinks could work if the person is viewing it online. But I would recommend that for your actual paperback book, you take out the reference points. This is just more for your information. And to take it out, when we copy it and paste it, where I'm going to show you how to copy and paste it, we'll be able to easily just delete it there. Next step is to copy all of this, because we need to get our book formatted and ready for being published. Now, you can do it in using three different software. The first one is the easy one, which is Microsoft Word. You can go to the bottom here, click the copy, and then just paste it in a blank Word document. You can also use Google Docs. Just type in your browser Google Docs. When it comes up on screen, you click on it and you select a blank document, and you can go here and just paste everything in your Google Docs document. Now our entire book is laid out. For today, we're going to keep it simple, and we're just going to break the chapters down, and we're going to start each chapter on a new page. The other way you can lay out your book is you can go to Canva, and you can use the free version to do this. You can type in book template, as I'm doing here, and then you can select any template. You're going to change the cover, so it doesn't matter. And then you can click customize. I like this one because it already has a table of contents, which we can easily copy your table of contents to. It also has chapter layouts. So what you're going to do is below here, you're going to say to ChatGPT, below your entire book, give me the table of contents for this book. And you're gonna go enter. You're gonna get a table of contents. So what you would do in Canva, which will give you a really nice layout if that's what you're looking for, you can just copy the table of contents here, part 1, part 2, part 3. It's going all fancy, but we can just copy it. Or you can use the formatted version that's here and do chapter 1 and chapter 2. I don't have that kind of time. We're gonna select create image right here, and we're gonna type in create a graphical image of this table of content, and just use the main headings. We don't need the subheadings that we got earlier. You will need the paid version to create a graphical image, but like I said earlier, the free way of doing that is just copy each line and put it beside the chapter as it was presented initially. That's an easy way of doing it, free of cost. And here's what we got from ChatGPT. Just check it for errors, and then you can easily download it. And we're just gonna drag it from our photos, which is where I placed it, into Canva. And let's close that. It's uploading. Once it's there, you just select it, and now you have a table of contents. I'm actually gonna make it the page for ease and for speed. And let's put that there. Now, next is, like I said, you can do your nice chapter layout. So you can do chapter 1. Remember, when you're using the free version of Canva, you may not have access to all the different templates. may not have access to the one I'm using, but there's always a template that you can use free. And also remember, you can simply copy the content and just drop it on Canva without a template as well. First thing is the introduction. So we're going to try to get the introduction. This won't fit on one page. So just remember where you left off. You're going to copy and you're going to go to Canva, and then you're going to just paste it here. So you can spend the time to make your chapter more fancy. And by the way, you need to make sure your paragraphs are separated, because when you copy and paste, it won't do it naturally from ChatGPT. But when you copy and paste it to a Google Doc, as I'm showing you here, it will separate most of it. It's just spaces like this. If you want to put a space in here, you'll need to do it manually. But as I was saying, I'm showing you different ways because you need to decide if you want to go all fancy and go with the Canva approach, if you want to go simple and go with the Google Docs, or if you have Microsoft Word, you can use it to do the same thing. You would basically continue to fill out your pages just like this until your book is done. And then whether you're using Google Docs, Microsoft Word, or Canva, just go to share and download. If it's Canva, this time you're going to choose PDF because that's the version that you can use to upload it to where you're going to publish it. So make sure you choose PDF and you download all your pages. I'm going to show you the cover in a second, so hang tight. If it's the Word doc, you go ahead and you share, and you'll be able to choose the format. After you save it, you'll be able to choose the format that you want to download. Again, make sure you're doing so via PDF when you download it. I'm sorry, not share it. And if it's a Microsoft Word document, you do the same thing. When you click download, you choose save as or download as, I can't remember, and you choose PDF. When you have your PDF ready, it's time to create the cover for your book. And some people do the cover before they do the formatting. It's really up to you. Now, there are a few tools that you can use. Canva is one of them. And you can basically go back to, let's go back to home here on Canva, and you can actually search for book covers and choose a design that you like, right? And one that matches what you're trying to convey with your book. So let's go back and just remind ourselves what our book is about. We're gonna copy this and we're gonna say to ChatGPT, give me an attention grabbing title to place on the cover of this book. And you're going to paste yours right there, and you're going to hit go, and it's going to give you the exact words or recommend words that you can use on your book. So earn 10K online without quitting your 9-to-5, the proven blueprint. I'm going to work with that. So next, you can either go back to Canva, let's copy this here because that's our main title. Find a design that you like. Let's choose this one, and then customize. Again, if you're using the free version of Canva, choose one that will work based on what you're choosing. You can paste your title somewhere here on screen so that you have it, and I just pasted it right there. So it's right on screen, and then we're gonna fit it in. So we're not gonna claim it's a 2025 bestseller because that wouldn't be true. So we're gonna take that off. And then here we're gonna say earn 10K online. Let's try to fit that here. Earn 10K online. And we're gonna need to make this smaller. I don't like the lower dollar sign, so I'm gonna choose a different font that probably presents the dollar sign in a better way. I'm gonna choose Impact. Where is Impact? It's a font that I use a lot, so it should be here. Where is it? Let's just type it in. We're gonna choose Impact. There we go. I'm not loving Impact actually. Let's go back. So let's just make it a bit smaller here so it fits in one line. and make sure it's centered. And then, as a matter of fact, let's make this your earn, because it's a bigger font, earn 10K online. And let's make this a little smaller. And then we're gonna remember to leave space for your bleed as well, so don't put it all the way to the end. We're gonna switch places here with this. We're gonna drag this down here, and remember to leave space for, you know, whatever crimp is gonna go on. It's not crimp, but you guys know what I mean. The second line is without quitting your 9 to 5. And we're going to make this smaller because it's a second line. We're going to try to keep it in one line, make it a little smaller like that, and then position it in the right place. This is the hard way to make the cover, by the way. And then you remember it had some other words there. We're going to go back over here, get those other little words like the proven, blah, 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 blah. We're going to copy that, and we're going to head back to Canva. As I was saying, this is the hard way of doing the cover. I'm going to show you the easy way of doing it. Then you can put your name down here, Odetta. You can put your full name, or I'm going to put my full name, and I don't really like that little circle. I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to make my name much smaller, and then delete that circle and just put my name more in the center. We're not talking about a brain here, so we're going to delete this image, and then you're just going to go to elements here, and because we're talking about money, we're going to type in money online, and we're going to go, there are many graphics here that you can use, as well as you can go to photos and find something. Try not to use someone's face or something that shows race, sex, or anything like that, because you don't want to turn away people who get easily turned away by something like that. So you could choose something like this here as your image, or you can go a little bit more colorful and choose something like this here and just spread it on your page so that it fills up the space. Now let's get done with the hard way of doing this. So that's our cover. Not bad, right? And we need to move this up a little bit here, but let's go to the easy way. Now the easy way is a paid way. It's using Kittle, but I believe you can try it out for free. And again, all the links, all the prompts will be in the description of this video. So when you land on the Kittle homepage, you're gonna select new project, and then you're gonna select the size of your book. Now my book, which is here, this is a paperback copy. It's 5.5 by 8.5. So we're gonna select that as our size. So you want to go here and you want to select inches, and then you want to do the width is across the top here. So that's a 5.5. So we're gonna delete what's there, and we're gonna do 5.5. And then for height, which is down the side, we're gonna change that to 8.5. And then we're gonna choose the orientation is this, and we're gonna click on create. And there it is. We now have our template. Now we're going to use AI to generate this cover. So we're going to click the AI icon here. We're going to click the image generator, and we're going to keep this image generator, which is the Flukes. And we're going to use this prompt. And remember, I'm going to put all the prompts in the description of the video. So let me show you the prompt here on screen on ChatGPT. Now, normally I would just paste the prompt in Canva, but because I want something that's specific to this book, I'm going to put it in ChatGPT first, and I'm going to say, give me a 3D AI image generation prompt for this book cover. And then I'm going to paste the book cover name that we got, which is earn 10K with your 9-to-5 job. Then we're going to paste it there. And then the prompt says design, da 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 da, insert title here. Well, here's where we should have put the title actually. And then we're going to hit it. So we're going to get a prompt. This prompt is what we're going to paste in Kittle. So let's go ahead and copy our image prompt. And we're also going to ask ChatGPT, especially if you have the paid version, to generate one in the meantime for your prompt. We want options. And we're going to hop over to Kittle and we're going to paste it right here in the prompt box. And we're going to choose Ultra HD and we're going to hit generate. Kittle will give it to you faster than ChatGPT, but nevertheless, we will have both options to compare. Let's go back to Kittle and see what we got. I'm always excited to see this. Now, isn't that cool? The issue though is Kittle gave it to us on a book cover. The spelling is wrong. So let's regenerate because there are errors here and it gave it to us on a book cover. That's what you want for your mock-up, not for the actual cover. What we're looking for now is the cover image. That looks pretty cool as well. Let's go back and modify the prompt to say, give me a 3D modern book cover image. And let's try that so it doesn't give it to us on a book. Now there's gonna be a time when you want that kind of look, but that's for your mock-up, which I'm gonna have to share how to do that to promote your book in another video. Now the ChatGPT prompt is giving us a book cover. That's not what we want. We wanna go back here and we wanna say, I do not want the book image on a cover. I just need the design. Rewrite the prompt. And I'm gonna hit go. ChatGPT did a pretty good job too. Look at this, guys. Isn't this cool? I think this is pretty cool. Pretty cool, actually. But let's get the new prompt. Let's go over. The word is a flat book cover. That's the difference in the prompt. So let's go back and let's try this prompt that we just got. We're gonna leave all the same settings, Control V, but this time we're gonna choose 9:16 so it fills up the page. That was what we should have done from before. Let's delete what's there and let's hope we get it right this time. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. And that's the cover that we got. Obviously, that's not my name. And it has some weird text up top, but you get the gist of it. So you can tweak the prompt or you can regenerate. And what I would do is just put a box over this and replace it with my name, or keep regenerating until I get an option that meets my needs, or I can drag it so that it doesn't even show on the page. Let's look at this other one that we just got. Or we can drag it so that the name doesn't even show on the page, and so that the top there doesn't show on the page either, and just use that portion of it as your cover, right? Let's regenerate another one just for the fun of it to see what options we got. Let's go back over and look at our Canva. Pretty nice. And this is our Kittle. See what the second option is. We got something similar, but I actually prefer the second option. And again, I would use it in a similar way and just drag it onto the template and take off the portions that I don't want from the template, right? So you can fix it up the way you want. And then you need to download it, and you're gonna have the option to download as PDF. And when you do that, you'll be able to upload it. Now, where are you gonna sell these books? The first place is on Amazon.com, and this is Amazon KDP, and I'll put the KDP link in the description as well. And you'll be able to go, you're seeing my book here, but when you hit KDP, you just select create, and it's a step-by-step instruction that you need to follow. You can start with your ebook, upload the cover, upload the book, then you're gonna need to set your price. I recommend you set your price anywhere from $2.99 to $9.99. That way, Amazon will only take 70% royalties. If your prices go beyond $9.99, they're going to take a lot more from your book, and it may not work out in your best interest. So because it's so easy for you to create this book, be reasonable and sell it for anywhere from $2.99 to $9.99. So after you set your price, you then can upload the same information, the cover and the PDF for your paperback, and you can do the same thing for your hardcover book as well. Now I'm gonna do the audiobook one in another video because it's a lot of information. So tell me if you want to learn how to turn your book into an audiobook using a professional, real-life sounding voiceover by writing audiobook in the comments, and I'll get my trigger and know that I need to create a video at a later date that will do this. Now, in addition to Amazon KDP, Gumroad is another place that you can actually upload a book, but you will need to stick to an ebook for this platform. The great thing is between these two platforms, you just upload the book and you leave it. They will do all the shipping, the customer service management, the delivery of your book and all of that. All that's gonna happen is when you go to Amazon and you go to your back office, you'll be able to click on report, you'll be able to see how much your book is paying you, and you'll need to set up how you want to get paid. I use Payoneer to get paid from Amazon, and you can set up Payoneer from over 400 countries in the world, and Amazon will automatically send those payments to you about a month after the month is closed for which you're receiving the payment, and you can then transfer them from Payoneer to your local bank account wherever you are located. That's it for today. Like I said, if you want to learn how to create an audiobook with your book, write audiobook below and tell me what you want me to talk about on this channel. This video may have gone a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but remember, I'm trying to show you in a video something that will take probably a whole weekend for you to do. Enjoy the creation process and all the best with your ebook. Walk good.